Despite the seemingly family-friendly subject matter, this podcast isn't for kids, and may include references to intense material. Welcome to It's Not Easy Being Greenlit, a podcast where I, Aidan Kidd, and my co-host, Maddie Barr, must successfully pitch a new Muppets adaptation to Disney executive Nathan Hatfield. How we doing today, Maddie? Are we ready to go?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing terrible, because fuck it, this is a very trying time. I'm so stressed, we have to come up with a new Muppet thingy.
Oh, shit, you're right. I forgot about that.
What did you come up with? Please make sure it's good.
Yes, it's great. It's perfect. I have come up with an adaptation of The Fellowship of the Ring from the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Just the first one?
Just the first one, because I can't be bothered. Also, because, frankly, the casting is the same. The only thing that we would have to do is write some new songs for the second, third book. But once we have that first book money, then I'd be willing to do a triple movie deal.
Okay, Disney doesn't own Lord of the Rings, but they could probably buy it.
Yeah.
So we're probably fine.
That's the vibe.
Give us a summary for the audience's sake.
So, we start at the Shire, we go to some fun places, and we end on a mountain.
What I'm doing is I am proposing Muppets, the Most Dangerous Game, based on the 1924 Richard Connell short story.
And not the Quibi show?
No.
Just clarifying.
And do not speak Quibi's name when we're in the interview, when we're doing pitch with Nathan.
No,
do not mention Quibi to him.
I'm far more professional than that, please. You can't attach yourself to a dying business like that, Aidan.
Katzenberg is just a big no-no word in this building now, and it has been for quite a few years.
Okay, so the Most Dangerous Game.
The Most Dangerous Game, here's a brief summary. For the sake of the audience, not me, who's a well-read individual. So we got our hero, our protagonist, Sanger Rainsford, and he's on a boat with his friend Whitney, and they're traveling to the Amazon rainforest to do a hunt. Then one day, bam, shipwrecked! Uh-oh! Good ol' Rainsford finds himself stranded on an island, where he's greeted by General Zaroff and his big henchman named Ivan. And he is taken to his mansion. But then, General Zaroff reveals that he hunts human beings for sport, because he's the best big game hunter in the world. And now the only thing that satisfies him is the killing of man. So he tells Rainsford that the only way he can get off the island is by surviving 3 days in the wilderness while being hunted, and only then will he be granted freedom. So, Rainsford agrees, they do the hunting, Rainsford manages to kill Ivan, and eventually, he fakes his death by jumping off a cliff so he can get the drop on Zaroff and his house, where it is then implied that he kills him, and takes the mansion as his own. Also, this was referenced several times by the Zodiac Killer.
Was it really?
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
Because he liked hunting people. That's just a fun little detail. Do you think Nathan would like that? Do you think Disney would like that? I think Disney Plus would totally go for some Zodiac Killer notoriety.
They need to bring in a more adult Muppets audience. This can be that.
All right. I think we're ready. I think we're ready for the pitch.
Let's do it.
Mr. Hatfield, we're here to present you a new Muppet feature.
Who let you in my office?
You did, sir.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing great.
Shh, Maddie, you gotta schmooze him. You come here often?
Me? Yeah, every day. I work here.
You ready to hear about some Muppets?
No, wait. You're gonna tell me about the Muppets? I already know.
We're here to tell you about the Muppets. You had us. It's us, Maddie and Aidan. You told us to come up with some new Muppet adaptation features.
Yeah, you hired us.
You guys.
For the new Disney Plus series, they're gonna do a series of Muppet movies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about you guys. I thought you guys were two different people telling me about Star Wars. My apologies.
Oh, no. I think those people are coming in after us.
Oh,
they're in the lobby.
Addie and Maiden.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Aida and Marcus, I actually think they are. All right, Maddie, why don't you go first?
All right, I'd like to present to you my new vision for Lord of the Ring called Fellowship of the Sing, a Muppets musical. First of all, why? Why? Well, Fellowship of the Ring is a great story about ensemble and friends, and who better to embody those ideas than the Muppets? They're all about friendship, and there's a bunch of them. Okay, first off, casting. We got Rizzo the Rat as Frodo. Because he's an underdog. You know, Kermit's had his time in the limelight. I think it's time for Rizzo to shine. He's real gutsy. He got that chutzpah, and people want to root for him. I know I do. Next up, we got Fozzie Bear as Sam. I think this is self-explanatory. Nice, lovable, gold, brown, and crispy, much like Sam's hair. And he has a flower lapel, gardener tie-in. Amazing. Next up, we have Gonzo as Aragorn. Cool, sexy, hot, excellent Muppet. Aggressive. I think Gonzo is one of the only Muppets who knows true violence. Okay, next, and this is a hot take. We have Kermit as Legolas. Now, there's a couple of reasons for this. First of all, forest dwelling. That makes sense. Second of all, I want to see Kermit in the wig. I want him with the hair. I want him to be very tall, and I think all the height that we add to Kermit to make him elf-sized should just be in his legs. And also, there's a section later in the film, or in the movie, in the book, where they go to Rivendell, I think. Yes, and that's where all the elves live. And so if Kermit was the one elf, that means that the entire city of Rivendell will be filled with Kermits. Just 1,000 different Kermits wearing various wigs and outfits. And I need that. That's a need, actually. That's qualified as a need by my therapist. Okay. Next, we have Rolf the dog as Gimli. Is there anything else to say about this except for my notes that I wrote, which is fuzzy, just like real Gimli? Next, we have Mary, one of the two Hobbit twins, as Scooter from the Muppets. He's lovable. He's a little more generic in terms of Muppet, so he makes a good background character, I think. That would work out well. And then as his twin, Pippin, we have Billy Boyd, who, if you don't know, is the original actor who plays Pippin in the Lord of the Rings movie. And I think that Billy Boyd is an excellent choice as our one human. I think he did a smashing job in the first movie. And it would be really funny if instead of having somebody more notable, like, I was going to say Ganondorf. The fuck is that guy's name? Instead of having somebody more notable like Gandalf, played by a human, I think it would be much more comical if you just had this merry band of Muppets and also Billy Boyd standing, roughly 4 feet above everybody else walking around. Because who doesn't love a joke about twins who don't look the same? Am I right?
That's a gold mine that we have gone to in the Muppets franchise, and I think we can double dip. We did it initially in 2011 with Jason Segel and Walter, and I think we can do it again.
Mm-hmm. That's the people pleaser, that one. Twins, always funny. Twins that don't look the same, even funnier. Next up, we have the Swedish Chef as Gandalf. There's a couple reasons for this. Swedish Chef has a cool hat already. He's one of the bigger, more people-like Muppets, and he has very dexterous hands, right? He has real human hands, and I think that Gandalf as a character, he just needs the gravitas of real human hands. He needs to be able to, point and hold things and cast spells. And I also think, if you don't know, Gandalf has this really impressive, really moving line where he says, "You shall not pass." And it's a very dramatic moment. And Aidan, can you do a Swedish Chef? Is that a voice you have?
I could try.
In your arsenal? Could you just give us like a quick "You shall not pass" in Swedish Chef style?
Yeah,
that's my casting. I think it's pretty good. I'm quite pleased. Any questions, any follow-ups that you have, Nathan?
I don't even know where to start. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure. Was this a musical?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I forgot. I mentioned I have 3 songs.
Oh, okay.
So this is just the first book. Obviously, we could expand the universe and all of the musical themes into the other books. But for the first song, we have 3. The first one is when Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin are all leaving the Shire, right? Going off on their big adventure at the beginning. It's sort of an intro song, introduce the audience to the concept and the characters. Sort of a bittersweet ballad. It's torn between being excited to leave on an adventure and also being a little nervous because they've never been this far out of the Shire before. Sort of a tentative journey to the past from Anastasia type of vibe, right? Frodo obviously being the most nervous and probably Merry or Pippin being more excited. Probably Billy Boyd. It's probably going to be Pippin because, Billy Boyd, he's so expressive in comparison to a Muppet.
Yeah, he's a human being. Yeah.
Right, yes. And then our second song would be more of a reoccurring theme because this is a story about walking at its core and traveling. So I think it would be just a shame, a true loss, if we didn't have a fun new joke version of Moving Right Along. Every single time these characters are walking, I think we could just pepper it in between every scene. It'll be a great breath of fresh air for the audience. We'll have a tense fight and a battle and an emotional moment. And then we have a little bit of Moving Right Along. And that's classic. And then finally, as I mentioned previously, when we get to Rivendell, which is the city full of elves, which as we know would be a city full of Kermits, we have a very, very quick song from all the Kermits just introducing us to Rivendell and saying welcome. So let me know your thoughts.
Sorry, I just really have to catch my breath.
Oh, no, of course.
No,
that
not in
a lot.
No, not in a positive way. I have a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
And they regard so many thoughts. One, why Billy Boyd?
Yeah, so I think Billy did a really amazing job in the first movie. And as I mentioned before, I just think twins that don't look the same, it's very funny. Everybody's expecting a much more important character to be our one human. But I think having a human in there amongst the Muppet bunch will really ground all of the comedy.
Also, if we ever get to make the third one, we'll be able to have him sing his song again just like he did in the original movie.
That's true.
And we don't think any Muppet could fully replicate that sort of feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Billy Boyd's a good friend of mine, and I appreciate him as a person. He was there when my child was born. But the thing is that he's, how do I say this? Like a one-note kind of man. I think we could have someone, be a much fuller actor, play a bigger role that, brings people to the film. And I say my man Bill is not that person. And the fact that Gandalf is being played by who again? Sorry?
The Swedish Chef.
Yes, the Swedish Chef, I think diminishes the entire idea and thought of the franchise. And the fact that, Aidan, can you please do your impression again of the Swedish Chef as Gandalf? Yeah, see, I think...
Sorry, I'm just taken aback. It's so excellent.
Yeah. The fact that is what you have for one of the most intense parts of the first film.
If that's what you're worried about, the Swedish Chef can be very intense.
Yeah,
can he?
He's going to bring
Yes.
everything he can to this role. That's another thing I think is important for the Muppets, if I may interrupt, and Billy Boyd. First of all, yes, he may be a one-trick pony, but I think often...
I didn't say one-trick pony. He can do many things. As an actor.
Billy Boyd actually flew me here in his helicopter. I think often in society, we don't give people who are just good at one thing enough of a chance to do that thing. And we know that Billy Boyd can give just such a performance as Pippin in Lord of the Rings. And I think it would be a shame to know that those skills are out there in the world, already polished up, and not let him come back and reprise his role. I think he would have a great time doing it. And then in addition, the Swedish Chef, I think all of the Muppets, they're really looking for something a little meatier to sink their soft teeth into.
Also, it must be noted that every member of the Muppets will have teeth in this version.
Yeah, I was going to say our Muppets don't really have teeth.
They will in this
we were
one.
going to give them teeth.
We're going to give them teeth. If they can't have teeth, we walk. And you can't allow us to walk because you need this to be done.
I can't allow you to walk.
No, because you have a deadline too, mister. We're all locked into this horrible situation together. You gotta pick one of us, and one of them has Muppet teeth.
You had more questions.
I do.
The teeth are... I will negotiate on teeth.
Okay.
But Billy's a given. And Billy has to have
Billy
teeth.
Boyd will have teeth. Yeah.
Billy won't have teeth.
Well, then I walk.
Aiden?
You can't walk.
Excuse me. Sorry. I'm just gonna pull Aiden aside for a second. Aiden?
Okay.
Yeah.
Billy Boyd told me when we were on his fucking helicopter flying here that if he didn't have teeth, he was never gonna do another movie again. So unless you want to take that away from the planet, I need you to stop mentioning teeth.
Look, just because he refuses to commit to a role doesn't mean that the audience should suffer.
Okay, well, we can CGI the teeth out later,
Okay,
but we can't tell him during production that he doesn't have teeth, okay? Because he paid a lot of money for those pearly whites, and I want him to use them. God damn it.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. Sorry. Okay, anyway, sorry. You had more questions, and I'd be happy to answer them.
A lot of what has been thrown at me is very hard to think about and express in a positive manner. But the main thing that I want to talk to you about right now is the fact that you have decided to make the star a third-rate character who, don't get me wrong, I love me some Legolas. But, like, the fact that you have decided to make Kermit the Frog, whose famous line goes, I'm pretty sure Kermit the Frog here.
Hold on, sorry, can we get a clean take of that? Can we get a clean take of you saying that as Kermit, please?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I fell over when you said that, so I didn't catch what you just said. Can you repeat yourself?
Oh, yeah, that I'm pretty sure our star of our franchise and of this film, his main phrase is Kermit the Frog here. That guy?
Oh, right, I understand. Also, my knee is bleeding, but I'll handle that.
Oh, I can... Do you want me to call...
No, I'm good.
Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on.
Are you telling Sandra? Don't
hold
get
on.
Sandra. I'll feel bad if we make Sandra get me a Band-Aid.
Excuse me 1 second. Hey, Sandra, can you bring the first aid kit in, please? Yeah,
This is the second time this week that he's called Sandra to give me a Band-Aid, and I feel embarrassed that I'm making her do this.
This kid, what's your name? Andrew?
Yes.
Andrew, yes, Andrew. Andrew needs a Band-Aid because he fell and hurt his knee. Yeah, it was the Kermit impression.
No, don't.
Could you at least hurt, like, a cooler part of yourself next time?
It's like...
Your knee? Would you fall off a bike?
Guys, I'm on the phone with Sandra. Can you give me a second, please?
Sorry.
Thank you.
Can you tell her I'm a fan of her work in Killing Eve? Sorry.
My Sandra...
it's not the same Sandra, Maddie.
Madison?
You know
Madison? Your name's Madison, right?
Yes.
Madison.
I thought it was Marmalade.
No.
That's my maiden name.
Madison Marmalade really thinks that you're Sandra Oh. So if you come in here, can you, like, just wear, like, a black short wig?
There's only one person named Sandra, right? That's a conspiracy.
Yeah, the singular Sandra's conspiracy that I'm well aware of course. This is true.
Guys, I'm on the phone with Sandra Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, but just bring in like a Hello Kitty Band-Aid or something. Just something real quick. Yeah, it's that bad. Okay, thank you.
Double duty Hello Kitty. Oh man, it is
Bye,
a
Sandra.
gusher.
Okay, anyways, as I was saying, Sandra will be in here in just a second. She has to get some stuff done. Yeah, Billy's out in the hallway, she said, like, waiting around, and he really wanted one of the strawberry kiwi Capri Suns.
Oh, who doesn't? Am I right?
Yeah, and they're the best ones. So she's gonna go run and grab him one, and then she's gonna bring you into Band-Aid, okay? Andrew?
Yeah.
So, do you have any other questions about how to improve this film, this project?
Questions and questions. Let's go to the ads. Hi, welcome to the mid-break of the show. It's me, Aidan, from the podcast, This is the part of the show where we would put ads if we had any, but for some reason we can't find any sponsors, and I can't imagine why. So in lieu of those, this is where I plug some of the other stuff that we have going on, and as a reward for sticking around, you get an exclusive Muppet fact. So you may be aware, but this is an offshoot of Maddie and I's other podcast, Lore Folk, where we talk about cryptids and paranormal encounters. We have a Patreon with the same name, a Twitch channel where we stream regularly, twitch.tv/lorefolkgaming. You should check it out. We also have a YouTube channel, which is where some of you may even be listening to this right now, where we upload a variety of videos including tier lists, Twitch highlights, and animations based on the audio from Lorefolk and this show right here. Also, be sure to check out Nathan's show, Something Like a Brother, which is available wherever you get your podcasts. And now for this episode's exclusive Muppet fact. Did you know that aside from their internal organs, Muppets are composed of felt, styrofoam, and wire? Wowza! Anyway, let's get back to the show. You dorks ready for a real Muppet movie?
What'd you just call me?
Upstanding gentleman.
Okay, that's what I thought I heard.
All right.
Wait,
Today,
I'm sorry, wait. Should you be bleeding out while you do this? Is Sandra here yet with your Band-Aid?
No,
or...
Sandra's not here. I can do it.
Let me call her.
Okay.
I'll just put my hand here.
No,
yeah,
it's
just put your
fine.
hand there. Stop the bleeding. Let me call
I'll just
Sandra one more.
absorb the
Let me just
blood
get Sandra
with
on
my
one more
hand.
time. Hold on.
Manny, you're embarrassing me. I was in the middle of my thing.
Sorry,
I was
I'm
calling
sorry.
Sandra again, and Sandra's gonna think I'm a huge fucking loser.
Sorry, I just didn't want you to bleed out
excuse
all
me.
over your friggin' presentation.
Excuse me.
You're losing a lot of blood.
I'm on the phone.
Jesus
Hey, Sandra.
Christ.
Yeah, no, he's starting to get a little...
I'm fine, Sandra!
My hand's absorbing it just fine. And I got 2 of these bad boys, so I can go all day.
He's starting to bleed out a bit and getting a little bit delusional. He's called me a doofus, or...
I did not. I called you an upstanding gentleman.
He called me something that was not proper for this film meeting. Film meeting? What would you call this?
Sir, we have important things to get to. Can we please go on with my presentation?
Yeah, okay. Sandra, thank you, Sandra. Just, remember the black widow when you walk in, okay? Thank you. Bye. Sandra said she'd be right in. Billy is just telling her another story about the third movie.
All right.
Anyways, yes, Andy, go for it. Hit me with your presentation.
I am presenting today Muppets, the Most Dangerous Game.
Yeah!
Hold for applause.
Okay.
Woo!
Wow.
Now you might be thinking, the most dangerous game? Why that? Well, guess what? It just entered the public domain last year. It is ripe for an adaptation. And we're going to show the people with this new series of Muppet films that this isn't your granddaddy's Muppets. We're going to go with a darker, more complex story. And it's a smaller budget. There's only going to be, 3 or 4 Muppets in this whole thing. And, most importantly, I think America is ready to see Kermit hold a gun!
I know I am.
Interesting.
So for our cast of characters, we have Gonzo as Whitney, who's only in the opening scene. He's our protagonist, Rainsford's friend on the ship, who's also a big game hunter with Rainsford. And they're going to sing an opening number. It's going to be great. It's going to be like a sort of sea shanty thing. It'll also serve as Rainsford's I Want song. And then we will cast Sweetums, the Big Giant, as Ivan, this story's Big Giant. It's a perfect marriage of actor and role. And then we have Kermit as General Zaroff, the Manhunter. Finally, we have our human. It's Chris Evans as our protagonist, Sanger Rainsford, the man being hunted by Kermit's Zaroff. He represents the everyman, but he also has an edge. Rainsford is a big game hunter after all, so he's not completely squeaky clean. And you might be thinking, Captain America as this big game hunter? Not on my watch. But we've all seen Knives Out. We know that he can embody a darker role. So, in terms of musical numbers, we will have a song that I like to call Predator and Prey. That'll be our opening number, sea shanty thing, between Rainsford and Whitney. Then, after the ship sinks, we will have a song called Welcome to Ship Trap Island. This will be a fun, upbeat party number performed by Kermit, Sweetums, and a chorus of Muppet hunting hounds. Then we have The Game. This is Kermit's big villain song. It takes place at dinner after Rainsford has been welcomed into Zaroff's home, and Zaroff reveals what he does on the island, and at the end of the song, Rainsford will agree to be hunted, because he has no other options. Then we have the hunting song. This will be a duet between Zaroff and Rainsford while being hunted and hunting while they're in different places. It'll have a similar energy to the final reprise of Joanna from Sweeney Todd. I'm thinking that kind of energy. And then, of course, we have The Death of Ivan, a soliloquy sung by Ivan, played by Sweetums still, and the hounds after they've fallen into a pit trap created by Rainsford. Now, in the book, one hound dies in the pit trap, and then Ivan gets killed by another trap. But in this version, we're condensing them all to have this big musical number while Ivan dies, sung by Sweetums, who's never gotten a song like this before in any of the movies. So I think it's the perfect time we let Sweetums shine. And then we have the finale song. It's a reprise of Predator and Prey from the beginning. And this song comes after Rainsford has cornered Zaroff in his bedroom after he faked his death by jumping off a cliff. And that will lead us into the end. Any questions?
Oh, yes. I have once again, I feel like you guys have walked into my office and decided to punk me. So you decided to make Kermit the villain, A. B, why? And C, why are you trying to come to me with something so dark and to make a musical of it? But not only that, but something that we have already seen be remade in the last year. Because as we all know, they did The Most Dangerous Game on Quibi.
I wouldn't be worried about Quibi competing with us, sir.
Well, I am.
Even if the people who did see Quibi remember this, it might bring them back, right? So we'll get the Quibi audience, and we'll also get the audience who missed Quibi.
Yeah, we have 7 people in the audience built in once we take in Quibi to account.
And anyone who missed out on Quibi, we're all so gutted, so disappointed that Quibi is no longer with us. So if you were thinking, damn, I didn't get to see The Most Dangerous Game on Quibi, now you can see the Muppets musical version. It's even better.
Yeah, a lot of people have been blue-ballsed by the idea of watching The Most Dangerous Game on Quibi, and now we can come in and finish them off.
Sorry, did you just make a sexual reference in my office?
I would never.
Because from the tone of your voice, it really does sound like you were...
No, sorry, I'm experiencing a lot of blood loss, so my words might not be good.
Where is Sandra? I told her to come in.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Okay. Let's keep going.
All right. I'm just worried about your leg, mostly because you're bleeding on my floor.
Yeah, it's getting all over the carpet.
And you know who gave me that carpet? Not Billy Boyd. Not
Oh,
Billy Boyd. No. It was a different person. It was my wife.
You're married to Billy Boyd? Congratulations, sir.
No, my wife, not Billy Boyd. Billy Boyd is not my wife.
My wife.
Maddie? You're blowing this for us. You can't reference Borat at Disney. Are you fucking kidding me? You can't do that shit. They're constantly jealous that they don't have the rights to Borat.
Are you talking about the fact that Amazon Prime outbid us for Borat 2? Is that what you're trying to bring up in my office right now?
So, The Most Dangerous Game.
The Most Dangerous Game.
Yes, and I'm sorry. Can you please remind me who the giant is in this again?
That's Ivan.
Correct.
Ivan is played by Sweetums.
Yes. It's played by who?
Sweetums.
Yes.
The big giant.
No, I know who Sweetums is. This is where my second line of questioning comes in, which is this: Sweetums is put as a character in our franchise in the background for a reason, and it's because he's contractually obligated to not, be in the front due to some earlier issues he had with Fozzie Bear and Kermit back in the 70s. So Sweetums is actually not allowed to necessarily be in, the front, a star, necessarily.
Well, sir, if I may interrupt.
You may not.
Welcome to the room, Kermit the Frog!
Oh, wow! Oh, goodness! Kermit the Frog!
Hi, hello, everybody. It's me, Kermit the Frog.
It's an honor to be in the same room as you, sir.
I'm so excited about the project, I'm willing to bury the hatchet with Sweetums. I mean, I've always wanted to live out the dream of hunting people for sport. Guys, I don't think we should give Kermit a gun. Is that blood on your leg? No. Can I lick it? I'm not comfortable with the way Kermit is behaving.
Kermit?
I didn't think he was going to be like this. I think maybe we should go with Lord of the Rings. I don't like him having a gun. I don't like him having a gun. Get him away from my leg! Get him away from my leg!
I think it's obvious that neither of you read the contracts for any of these people. If you would know how Kermit is around blood and, violence.
I love it.
Yeah, I know, Kermit. I know. And we've had these conversations before. And
Kermit?
I'm drinking the blood.
Oh, can we get Sandra in here?
Sandra!
It is kind of an honor to have my blood drank by Kermit the Frog, though.
Hi, hi, it's me, Sandra. Here I come into the room.
Sandra, can you get Kermit out of here, please?
Oh, Kermit, guys, stop doing that. You know how you can't be having blood.
I'm just a little freak sometimes, but okay, I'll come with you.
You can't do that during business hours, Kermit. We talked about that.
Okay.
Here's your Band-Aid. Here, let me unwrap it for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Okay, there's your Band-Aid. Okay, I'm leaving.
It's a girthy Band-Aid that you just unraveled, Sandra. It just unfurled like a scroll.
Well, you're bleeding out on the floor. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
Bye, Sandra. Thank you. Thank you, Sandra.
All right, they're both gone.
Okay.
Sorry, what did you call my name?
No, you're fine. No, I didn't. I was saying thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for
problem.
letting these people. I've been listening through the door. These pitches, they're incredible. Lord of the Rings, they're thrilling. Okay, bye.
Bye, Sandra. Sandra. I'm gonna have to fire her one of these days.
So now that the blood issue's cleared up.
Yeah, now that we've cleared the blood, and you've, once again, as I was trying to say, you guys obviously don't read the contracts, and obviously have no idea how the Muppets Inner Circle really works. Obviously, I can't have Kermit hold a gun.
Yeah, I think that door is closed.
Mm-hmm.
We know what he's gonna do now.
Yeah, no, there really is a clause in all of their contracts about not having access to weapons, especially Kermit, Gonzo, and Beaker, due to all three of their their id, because they all have this thing about wanting to kill every time. A surprising fact: Animal, chill as hell.
He's got it together. He's worked on himself. He just
smokes weed all day. He's super cool. I've hung out with Animal.
Yeah, he's all about that type of, one with the earth, one with the world vibe. And it's just, for some reason, Beaker, Gonzo, and Kermit are just not like that. So I'm gonna, sadly, against my better judgment, I guess we're gonna have to light. We're gonna have to light, I guess. Maybe not light, but put in.
You're greenlighting Muppets Lord of the Rings!
Woohoo!
Which, you know what? This time I'm okay with it, because I'm pretty shaken about the Kermit licking my blood and wanting to hunt me thing.
That was a little scary, but I'm glad we made it here in the end. I'm so proud to have brought you all around to this incredible project.
I don't know if brought around. I think I have no other choice to greenlight it.
I just can't wait to get started. I think this is something the people are going to carry with them forever. An instant classic and a franchise in the making. So exciting.
You are paying for the blood, though, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
To get that cleaned up?
Mm-hmm. I'll have some people in here tomorrow.
Thank you. Get out of my office, please.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
We'll see you next week.
Sorry about the blood.
Same time next week, right? Okay, bye.
Same time next week.
Bye, Addie and Maddie.
All right, Maddie, we did it.
That was amazing.
Very excited about this. Very, oh God, Kermit's still in the hall. Hold on. Let's stop walking so fast. He's just a little bit ahead of us. Oh, I thought you could get away from me that easy, did you? Don't bother running, cause I intend to feed. Come here, give me that blood.
No, please!
That's the end of our show. Thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure to check out our social medias at NebG Podcast and listen to our other show, Lore Folk. Also, thank you to Nathan. Be sure to check out his podcast, Something Like a Brother, and his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Hatfield, but the E is a 3.
Oh, let the Dark Harvest begin!
Shout out to our patrons for all the support. We love you. If you'd like to support us as well and see your name here, you can hop over to our Patreon and join us for as little as $5 a month. You'll get access to episodes early, bonus content, and all sorts of other goodies.